Hello and welcome back to day 45 of our Chronological Bible in a Year reading. Today we have Leviticus 5 through 7. Leviticus 5. And when a being sins in that he has heard the voice of swearing and is a witness, or has seen or has known but does not reveal it, he shall bear his wickedness. Or when a being touches any unclean matter, or the carcass of an unclean beast, or the carcass of unclean livestock, or the carcass of unclean creeping creatures, and it has been hidden from him, he is unclean and guilty. Or when he touches uncleanness of man, any of his uncleanness by which he is unclean, and it has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty. Or when a being swears, speaking rashly with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatever it is that a man swears rashly with an oath, and it has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty of one of these. And it shall be, when he is guilty of one of these, that he shall confess that in which he has sinned, and shall bring his guilt offering to Yahuwah for his sin which he has sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb or a female goat as a sin offering. And the Kohen, or priest, shall make atonement for him for his sin. And if he is unable to bring a lamb, then he shall bring to Yahuwah, he who has sinned, 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons, one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them to the Kohen, who shall bring near that which is for the sin offering first, and wring off its head from its neck, but not sever it. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be drained out at the base of the altar. It is a sin offering. And he shall prepare the second as a burnt offering according to the right ruling, and the Kohen shall make atonement for him for his sin which he has sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. But if he is unable to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he who has sinned shall bring for his offering 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a sin offering. He puts no oil on it, nor does he put any frankincense on it, for it is a sin offering. And he shall bring it to the Kohen, and the Kohen shall take his hand filled with it as a remembrance portion, and burn it on the altar according to the offerings made by fire to Yahuwah. It is a sin offering. And the Kohen shall make atonement for him for his sin that he has sinned in any of these, and it shall be forgiven him, and it shall be the Kohen's like a grain offering. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, when a being commits a trespass and has sinned by mistake against the Kadesh, or holy, matters of Yahuwah, then he shall bring to Yahuwah as his guilt offering a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation in shekels of silver according to the shekel of the Kadesh place, as a guilt offering. And he shall make good for the sin that he has done against that which is Kadesh, and shall add 1/5 to it, and give it to the Kohen. And the Kohen shall make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering, and it shall be forgiven him. And when any being sins, and has done what is not to be done, any of the commands of Yahuwah, though he knew it not, yet he shall be guilty, and shall bear his wickedness. Then he shall bring to the Kohen a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation as a guilt offering. And the Kohen shall make atonement for his mistake he committed unintentionally, though he did not know it, and it shall be forgiven him. It is a guilt offering. He was truly guilty before Yahuwah. And chapter 6. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, when any being sins and committed a trespass against Yahuwah, and has lied to his neighbor about a deposit, or about a pledge, or about a robbery, or shall extort from his neighbor, or has found what was lost and has lied concerning it, or sworn falsely, so that he sins in regard to any one of all these that a man does, then it shall be when he sins and shall be guilty, that he shall return what he took by robbery, or what he has extorted, or the deposit which was deposited with him, or the lost item which he found, or all that about which he swore falsely. He shall repay its total value, add 1/5 more to it, and give it to whom it belongs, on the day of his guilt offering. Then he brings his guilt offering to Yahuwah, a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation, as a guilt offering to the Kohen. And the Kohen shall make atonement for him before Yahuwah, and he shall be forgiven for whatever he did that made him guilty. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Command Aaron and his sons, saying, This is the Torah of the burnt offering. This is the burnt offering, because it is burned on the altar all night until morning, and the fire of the altar is kept burning on it. And the Kohen shall put on his linen garment, and put his linen trousers on his body, and shall take up the ashes of the burnt offering which the fire has consumed on the altar, and shall put them beside the altar. And he shall take off his garments, and put on other garments, and shall bring the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. And the fire on the altar is kept burning on it, it is not put out. And the Kohen shall burn wood on it every morning, and arrange the burnt offering on it, and shall burn on it the fat of the peace offerings. Fire is continually kept burning on the altar, it is not put out. And this is the Torah of the grain offering. The sons of Aaron shall bring it near before Yahweh in front of the altar, and shall take from it with his hand from the fine flour of the grain offering, and from its oil, and all the frankincense which is on the grain offering, and shall burn it on the altar for a sweet fragrance, as its remembrance portion to Yahweh. Then Aaron and his sons eat the rest of it. It is eaten with unleavened bread in the Kadesh place. They eat it in the courtyard of the tent of appointment. It is not baked with leaven. I have given it to them as their portion of my offerings made by fire. It is most Kadesh, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. All the males among the children of Aaron eat it. A law forever in your generations concerning the offerings made by fire to Yahweh. All that touches them is to be Kadesh. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, This is the offering of Aaron and his sons, which they bring near to Yahweh, beginning on the day when he is anointed. 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a daily grain offering, half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. It is made on a griddle with oil. Bring it in mixed. Bring the baked portions of the grain offering near, a sweet fragrance to Yahweh. And the anointed Kohen from among his sons, who is in his place, prepares it, a law forever to Yahweh. All of it has to be burned, and every grain offering for the Kohen is completely burned. It is not eaten. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the Torah of the sin offering, in the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered. The sin offering is slaughtered before Yahweh. It is most Kadesh. The Kohen who is making atonement eats it. In the Kadesh place it is eaten, in the courtyard of the tent of appointment. All that touches its flesh is to be Kadesh. And when its blood is sprinkled on any garment, you wash that on which it was sprinkled in a Kadesh place. But the earthen vessel in which it is cooked is to be broken. And if it is cooked in a bronze pot, then it is scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the Kohanim, which is the priesthood, eats it. It is most Kadesh. And no sin offering from which any of the blood is brought into the tent of appointment to make atonement in the Kadesh place is eaten. It is burned with fire. Chapter 7. And this is the Torah of the guilt offering. It is most Kadesh. The guilt offering is slaughtered in the place where they slaughter the burnt offering, and its blood is sprinkled on the altar all around. Then he brings from it all its fat, the fat tail and the fat that covers the entrails, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them by the loins, and the appendage on the liver, which he removes with the kidneys. And the Kohen shall burn them on the altar as an offering made by fire to Yahweh. It is a guilt offering. Every male among the Kohanim eats it. It is eaten in the Kadesh place. It is most Kadesh. The guilt offering is like the sin offering. There is one Torah for them both. The Kohen who makes atonement with it, it is his. And the Kohen who brings anyone's burnt offering, the skin of the burnt offering which he has brought is the Kohen's, it is his. And every grain offering that is baked in the oven and all that is prepared in the stewing pot or on a griddle is the Kohen's who brings it, it is his. And every grain offering mixed with oil or dry is for all the sons of Aaron, for all alike. And this is the Torah of the slaughtering of peace offerings, which is brought to Yahweh. If he brings it for a thanksgiving, then he shall bring with the slaughtering of thanksgiving unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened thin cakes anointed with oil, or cakes of finely blended flour mixed with oil. Besides the cakes, he brings as his offering leavened bread together with the slaughtering of thanksgiving of his peace offering. And from it he shall bring 1 cake from each offering as a contribution to Yahweh. To the Kohen who sprinkles the blood of the peace offering, it is his. As for the flesh of the slaughtering of his peace offering for thanksgiving, it is eaten the same day it is offered. He does not leave any of it until morning. And if the offering he brings is a vow or a voluntary offering, it is eaten the same day that he brings his slaughtering, and what is left of it is eaten the next day. But whatever is left of the flesh of the slaughtering on the third day is burned with fire. However, if any of the flesh of his peace offering is eaten at all on the third day, it is not accepted. It is not reckoned to him who brings it, it is unclean to him, and the being who eats of it bears his wickedness. And the flesh that touches that which is unclean is not eaten, it is burned with fire. And as for the clean flesh, all who are clean eat of it. But the being who eats the flesh of the peace offering that belongs to Yahuwah, while he is unclean, that being shall be cut off from his people. And when a being who touches that which is unclean, of the uncleanness of man, or of the uncleanness of beast, or of any unclean swarming creature, and shall eat the flesh of the peace offering that belongs to Yahuwah, that being shall be cut off from his people. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Do not eat any fat of bull or sheep or goat, and the fat of a dead body, and the fat of what is torn is used for any purpose, but you do not eat it at all. For whoever eats the fat of the beast of which men bring as an offering made by fire to Yahuwah, even the being who eats it shall be cut off from his people. And do not eat any blood in any of your dwellings of bird or of beast. Any being who eats any blood, even that being shall be cut off from his people. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, He who brings his peace offering to Yahuwah brings his offering to Yahuwah from the slaughtering of his peace offering. With his own hands he brings the offerings made by fire to Yahuwah. He brings the fat with the breast to be waved as a wave offering before Yahuwah. And the Kohen shall burn the fat on the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons'. And the right thigh you give to the Kohen as a contribution from your peace offerings. He among the sons of Aaron who brings the blood of the peace offering and the fat, the right thigh is his for a portion. For the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the contribution I have taken from the children of Israel, from their peace offerings, and I give them to Aaron the Kohen and to his sons as a law forever from the children of Israel. This is the anointed portion for Aaron and the anointed portion for his sons, from the offerings made by fire to Yahuwah, on the day when Moshe presented them to serve as Kohanim to Yahuwah, which Yahuwah commanded to be given to them by the children of Israel on the day that he anointed them, a law forever throughout their generations. This is the Torah of the burnt offering, of the grain offering, and of the sin offering, and of the guilt offering, of the ordinations, and of the peace offering, which Yahuwah commanded Moshe on Mount Sinai, on the day when he commanded the children of Israel to bring their offerings to Yahuwah in the wilderness of Sinai. And that wraps up our reading for today. Thank you for joining me. Hope you are reading along. And peace and blessings and love to you.